Hi everyone, welcome to Module 3 Session 1 entitled The Entrepreneur Finding His Resources. By the way, this is Miles Mortgage Salva and I will be your professor in Entrepreneurial Mind subject. So before we proceed sa proper discussion natin, let me tell you the objective of this session. At the end of this session, you will learn how to develop measures to manage your working capital and prepare a budget for your business. And we will able to identify the principle of action and evaluate starting capital options. So it's very important every time we put or build our own business, we should know how to develop our working capital, and also we need to prepare the budget for our business. So the first quote that I will going to say is based from Dave Ramsey. So a budget is telling your money where to go instead wondering where it went. When we say capital, the business can raise capital in either two ways, which is the debt and equity. When we say debt, it is when a business borrow money and has an obligation to pay money back over time with interest. Example given, we have loan. So when we say debt po, ito po yung binaborrow ni capital, I mean ni business para gawing capital siya sa negosyo natin. Okay? So every time we borrow money from institution or from people, of course, we have an obligation to pay them back. Okay? So doon sa pagbigay natin ng pera sa kanila, may kasama na po siyang interest. Okay? So that is that. When we say equity naman, it is when money is invested into company in exchange of ownership rights. Example given, the funders investing their money in a startup. Okay, so itong equity naman to is very popular in companies or businesses wherein yung mga pera na nagbibigay, yung mga tao na nagbibigay ng pera sa company or sa isang negosyo will give them a exchange of ownership rights. Okay? So magiging parte po sila ng isang negosyo para mabigay sa atin yung pera na kailangan natin to start the business. Okay? So ang tawag po dito is investing, or they can be called as a shareholders or share capital holders. Okay? So here are the some of the most common sources of avenue for finding starting capital to get your business up and running. So, syempre, before we proceed, to put our business or our venture, we need to gain first a capital so that we can buy all things or machine na kakailanganin sa pag-produce ng materials or sa pag-produce ng product and services. So, paano natin or saan ba tayo kumuha ng pera para sa pangkapital sa negosyo? First, we have the self-funding. When you say self-financing, it is the number one form of financing used by the business, most business startups. So, self-financing includes using your own money to invest directly in the business and using your personal assets as collateral for outside funding. So yung first po na source of capital sa isang startup business is nanggagaling po sa atin or magagaling po sa nagtatayo ng isang negosyo. Okay? So mostly, yung mga nag-startup business is nagtatrabaho muna, nag-iipon muna ng pera para makapag-ipon sila para sa negosyo nila. So ito pong self-funding, yung mga naipon mong pera or yung mga naipon mong assets, pwede po gamitin sa pagtayo ng negosyo. Okay? So usually, itong self-funding, pwede din gamitin yung mga assets natin pwedeng gamitin natin pang collateral para kuha tayo ng fund sa ibang tao. Okay, so usually yung mga personal assets natin ay yung mga car, yung house and lot, yung mga uh, ginto na kung meron kayo, it can be source of assets as collateral for outside funding. Okay, so that is the first common source of avenues for finding starting capital. Next, we have, uh, it is connected to self-funding, which is the personal savings. When we say personal savings po, using your own savings is that there is no cost apart from the lost opportunity to earn interest. But of course, you need to consider the risk if things go wrong. And unless you're very rich, relying only on your savings may be not enough to fund a business, especially as it grows larger. So, these personal savings, ito po yung mga naipon natin na pera para sa pagpatayo natin ng negosyo, which it can cost a lot. Okay, lalo na yung negosyo natin is hindi, need ng malaking capital, okay, such as mga hardware, yung mga shop na pangmalakasan. So, dito, yung capital para sa mga negosyo na ito is need ng malaking capital. So, medyo risky po siya kapag hindi natin alam kung paano gumamit ng pera sa isang negosyo. Okay? So, maybe yung pera or yung personal saving na pinasok mo sa isang negosyo, pwedeng mawala or pwede din namang lumago. So, you need to be risk taker and you need to calculate the risk every time na you go into business. So, para hindi mawala yung sinave mo for your business, make sure po na calculated yung lahat ng actions na gagawin mo. So, that is personal saving. So, next source of capital, we have the informal sector. So this is mainly through social networks one has made through friends, family, colleagues, and workplace or people in one neighborhood. So ito po kaya siya tinawag na informal sector because you have good connections with these people. You can borrow money from your friend, from your family, from your colleagues at workplaces, or yung mga kapitbahay mo. Okay? So these different networks can provide capital to an individual based not only in their belief in the business idea, but also the trust they gain over a period of time. So they include, among others, businesses, angels, cooperative societies, and maximizing benefit from suppliers. So ito pong informal sectors can be source of capital for our business. So yung mga friends natin na they trust us, they trust the business idea that we are building, we can borrow from them. So since the family, friends, and colleague is may connection na talaga with each other and they have a good partnership, then hindi mahihirapan si businessman or si entrepreneur na maghiram ng pera sa kanila. Okay? So madali silang lapitan at madali silang mahiraman ng pera every time na need ni business ng capital. Okay? So because the trust that they gain over a period of time is nandun. Okay? So to elaborate more, we have the family, friends, and others. So there are common grounds for early stage source of pre-seed and seed financing. When businessmen seek capital from these sources, most or all of the investor in the business have some close personal connection to the founder or forward. So if need pa natin ng capital kahit na meron na tayo ng self-funding, the first thing na maiisip natin na para hiraman ng pera is yung mga close people or yung mga malalapit na tao natin. Okay? Such as family, friends, and neighborhoods. Okay? So dito, sabi ko nga kanina, they will not hesitate to help us because kilala tayo. Okay? So we need to make sure na yung business plan natin or yung business idea natin is worth it paglagyan ng pera nila. Okay? So that is the family, friends, and others. So we also have business angels. So itong business angels is one of the sources para magkaroon tayo ng capital sa isang negosyo. So ano nga ba tong business angel? When we say business angel, this is an angel investor groups, which is collective angel network that share information. They share information again, when we say business angel, angel investors is groups are collective angel networks that share information about potential investment opportunity for other angels. So itong angel investor nito is an individual who provides capital for a business startup, usually in exchange of convertible debt and owner's equity. So dito, ito yung mga tao na they have enough money to fund the startup businesses. So para makatulong sila sa mga nagnenegosyo, lalo na yung mga first timers sa business, naghahanap sila ng mga startup business na worth it na paglagyan ng pera. Okay? Kaya tinawag sila na business angels or angel investors. So we also have the money lenders. Itong money lenders naman is a person whose business is lending money to others who pay interest. So usually, ito yung pinagkukunan talaga ng mga nagnenegosyo para magkaroon sila ng capital. Ito yung mga nagpapahiram ng pera as a business wherein they just go to this person and ask for a money. Then may kontrata na pipirmahan. Then of course, merong interest yung perang ibinarrow sa kanila. Okay? Usually, they are called as 5-6. Okay? So, ang tubo nila is 20% or 15%. So, ganun po yung money lenders. Dito kasi sa money lenders po, madali po silang puntahan and madali po tayong makakuha ng pera. Pero ang negative effect din nito is masyadong malaki po yung interest na babayaran natin. Next, we have the formal sector. So ito po yung isang source of fund sa isang negosyo. So the formal sector this is the most difficult of the different sources since it requires a lot of skills, persistence, and certain level of accomplishment in society. So the formal institution will ordinarily give more money to any startup compared to informal sector or self-funding. However, trends shows that their money is encumbered with issues like collateral, security, past performance, financial report, and also very high interest rate. So, yung mga negosyo or mga nagnenegosyo, if they need fund, they will go to formal sector. So, ito yung mga formal sectors na ito. Ito po yung bank loans, the venture capitalism, the leasing companies, the micro credit institution, the overdraft facilities, and the government loan, which is given by the financial institution and government program. So, yung mga businesses na pumupunta sa formal sector, usually they need to have a lot of skills. They they need to have network wherein may mga kilala sila na pwedeng tutulong sila when they go to government loans. So, usually, ito yung mga nagnenegosyo na ito, it's kilala na sila sa pagnenegosyo. Okay? Then, they have a good accomplishment already in society. Kaya yung mga formal sector na ito is they will not hesitate anymore to give money from them kasi nga may napatunayan na yung negosyo or yung nagnenegosyo. Okay? So, in 2 or 3 calls, so dito, example po ng formal sectors is financial institution. So is responsible for the supply of money to the market through the transfer of funds from investor to the business in form of loans, deposit, and investment. So financial institution, they are the one who will give capital to the businesses. Okay? So minsan, madami pong requirements na needed para makapag-borrow sa isang financial institution such as banks. Okay? So, you need to more or to have to gain or to get those requirements para pautangin ka or para bigyan ka ng capital para sa negosyo mo. So next, we have the overdraft facilities. When we say overdraft facilities, it is an overdraft facility is a credit agreement made with a bank that allows an account holder to use or withdraw more money than they have in their account up to the approved limit. So that is the overdraft facility. So usually, galing po ito sa isang bangko na kung saan tiga-allow po ni bangko na magkuha ng pera pang capital yung tao na magnenegosyo. Okay? Kahit na nag-exist yung pera, yung kinuha na pera ni businessman is okay lang po. Okay? So the sanctioned overdraft limit and the interest charge will vary based on the nature of the assets offered as collateral. So para makakuha ka po ng pera dito, you need to give collateral sa bangko para pagbigyan ka doon sa sinabi mo, sa pagkuha mo ng pera sa kanila. Next, we have the leasing. When we say leasing, it is a contract outlining the term under the one party agrees to rent property owned by another. So usually, the people from the business is they make an agreement or contract where the one party agree to rent a property owned by another. So that is leasing. So you will just lease a property or a land or a space or a location from another person. So that is leasing. When we say venture capitalist naman po, it is a private equity investor that provides capital to business exhibiting high growth potential in exchange for an equity stake. So ito po yung mga venture capitalist po natin is mahirap po silang hanapin. Okay? Or kasi naghahanap sila ng mga businesses na kung saan may future or may malaking possibility na maging maganda yung negosyo na yon in the future. So yung mga venture capitalists po natin, they need a lot of details about the business that we have bago sila magbigay ng pangkapital sa negosyo natin. So um, we need they need lot of informations. They need lot of research about your business before they give their money. So next we have the bank loan. So usually the persons or the businesses they go to bank para mag-loan ng capital nila. So small business loans is granted to entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs to help them start and expand business. So if wala na po tayong makuhang ibang tao para paghinga natin ng capital natin, we will proceed sa bangko, right? So ang mahirap lang dito is if they will accept you or if they will grant you to get a capital for your business kasi medyo mahirap nga because there's lot of requirements before tayo nakapag-loan kay bangko. Pero they have a big help from the small businesses. So dito, yung bank loans natin, they will help the entrepreneurs or soon-to-be entrepreneurs to start their business. So we have the mortgage. When we say mortgage, it is the loan distributed by banks to allow consumer to buy homes that they can pay for upfront. So dito, if you want to buy house and lot, the loan, the bank will give you a grant to borrow money from them so that you can pay your home or you can pay your house and lot agad. Okay? So next we have the microcredit institution. This microcredit institution is an organization that provides loans to low-income clients, including the micro companies and self-employed, which rationally lack access to mainstream sources of finance from banking institutions. So this microcredit institution is a fund small entrepreneurs in developing countries. These entrepreneurs run what are known as micro enterprise. So ito po na microcredit institution is very popular right now. So madami na tayong makikita sa lugar natin ng mga small credit institution na kung saan they gonna help small people or small businesses from giving them a capital or money. So usually dito sa microcredit institution, there is also a contract or collateral na tinatawag para pahiramin din ng isang pangkapital sa isang negosyo. So dito sa microcredit institution is usually hindi siya ganon kadaming requirement di tulad sa bangko na sobrang dami. Dito madali po tayo makapaghiram ng pera since mas konti yung requirements need para humiram ng pera. So that is the microcredit institution. So let's proceed sa 6 principles of action. First, we have exploit bootstrapping possibilities. So when we say exploit bootstrapping possibilities, what probably sources do you know of? Do not limit your options and be as creative as you can when exploring startup capital sources. So these are the actions needed every time na magkukuha tayo ng capital sa isang negosyo or para sa negosyo natin. So don't limit your options. So you can be creative, you can go anywhere, you can go with other people as long as makakuha ka ng negosyo, I mean capital para sa negosyo mo, pero sa mabuting paraan. Okay, so doon sa mga sinabi natin ng mga sources of capital, maaring meron pang iba na makapagbigay sa iyo ng capital for your business. So, exploit bootstrapping possibilities. Um, Raise funds from the right sources. So, it's very important. You need to raise your fund from the right sources. So, analyze the cost of capital from different sources. Use capital budgeting techniques like return on investment to determine if the cost of capital is commensurate with your desired rate of return and determine credibility of your capital sources. So if you will going to raise or look for your fund, make sure po na kukunin mo yung fund na yon sa tamang pagkukunan. Okay, so you can use budgeting techniques para alam natin kung ilan yung capital na needed and how we will budget our business. So pwede po natin gamitin yung return on investment so that we can determine the cost of capital, the source of capital with your desired rate of return. So that is raise funds from the right sources. Next is make progress while you wait. So sometimes investor will ask you to stay in touch and keep them abreast of your progress. So this may sound like a blow off, but it's not. If you report back to them in a few months that you finished your product better and landed a few big customers, they may then decide to invest. So usually, yung mga investors natin, kasi they are investors. So they will invest to the business na kung saan mapapalugunti nila yung pera nila. Okay, so they are hesitant to give their money from different businesses. So they need to make research first bago ibigay yung pera na meron sila. So para makuha or makakuha ng isang investor, you need to stay in touch with them. Okay? Every time na mayroong progress na nangyayari sa isang negosyo or sa negosyo mo, make sure po na you give them information na ganito na yung nangyayari. So that once na nalaman nila na ganito na yung nangyayari, maybe there's a tendency or there's a result na magbigay sila ng pera sa iyo or they decided to invest to your business wherein it will be a big help from you because you will gain lot of capital so that you can develop a good product. You can now start to buy a good quality machines and equipment so that you can produce good quality product and services. So make sure po once you make progress, you give or you tell to investor, you update, okay? Next, be sure that the money hatch money. So dito, do not use funds acquired to start up a business to do something else like buy car, take friends out to the party, pay school fees, and etc. So ito yung bad thing about once you get money from the investor or once you have money. So usually, yung mga pera na kukuha natin para itayo yung negosyo natin, those money will go from other priorities. Okay? So make sure po na yung negosyo mo will be your first priority from the fund that you get from the investor. And yung mga pagbili ng kotse or pagpunta sa mga party, make sure na ihiwalay sila. Hindi mo sila gawing priority because it will make your business or it will not fund your business anymore once you lost the fund or the capital that given by the investor. So it is not ethical, and will result in economic constraint like failure to pay up your obligation when they fall due. So, for example, you already uh, use the money as a capital from the investor in your business. But hindi porket may nakukuha ka ng pera sa isang negosyo, you will buy already car or anything na kung saan hindi naman siya tugma sa pagnenegosyo mo. So, make sure po yung perang nakukuha natin sa negosyo um, will be proceed sa negosyo lang or nothing else. So, hindi natin siya personal money, it's a business money. So, once na may nakuha na tayong pera sa isang negosyo, make sure po na i-cycle lang natin siya, invest ulit natin sa business natin para mas lumaki at mas lumawak yung negosyo na meron tayo. So, once na magkaroon na kung saan once na need na natin mag-pay sa kinuha nating capital from the investor, we can give or we can pay to them doon sa exact date na kailangan na dapat bayaran. So be sure that the money that you use in the business will proceed lang naman sa negosyo lang. Okay? So pay yourself a salary and use the profit for reinvestment. So usually, this is connected from the last one. So your business and your personal needs are two separate entities. Tandaan po yan. Yung pera ng negosyo ay para lang sa negosyo at your personal needs is your personal needs. So once na you need something personal, please don't get money from your business. So the cash outflow from the business should not be the cash inflow to satisfy your personal needs. Tandaan. Okay, so include in your operational cost how much will take home as a salary and use that to cater for your personal needs. Any profit from the business must be reinvested. So tandaan po na yung mga nakukuha nating pera sa negosyo will proceed or we will make it as reinvest. Okay, so kung may sobra tayo pera sa negosyo, dapat invest natin sa negosyo natin, hindi dapat sarili natin. So para makuha din natin yung personal needs natin, then mag-isip kung ilang salary ang dapat kunin natin every month or every week or every day. Okay, so para of course, we need personal needs. We need to buy our personal needs also. So, make a salary or pay yourself a salary, but don't use the money from your business as you pay your personal needs. Okay? Next, take feedback. If you talk to investors, you'll get feedback on your business idea. So, tandaan po, yung mga investors natin, sila po yung may knowledge. They have a great knowledge or good knowledge about business or how to build a business. So once you talk to the investor, make sure po na i-take note po yung mga feedback na sinabi nila about your business idea, because those feedback will be it will be an opportunity for you to improve your business idea. So if you hear same thing in a few times, take those comments seriously. So keep your eye on the price. Don't let looking for your money stop you from pursuing your business idea. So don't lose your fire. Okay? So tandaan na sa isang pagnenegosyo, there is down, there's an up. So sometimes yung down na yon will be a hindrance for us para ipagpatuloy kung ano yung nasimulan natin. So those comments from people will give you a motivation or sometimes loss of motivation, but don't lose your goal, which is to be a successful businessman or a successful entrepreneur someday. So hindi porket may narinig kang bad comment from other people is you will stop from pursuing your business idea. Okay, so don't be like that. So those bad comments will be your motivation or inspiration to do well. So take feedback. Next is the other conditions that enhance finding starting capital. So first, finding startup capital is a major challenge to any entrepreneur. That is right. So sometimes we have good business ideas, but the problem is we don't have enough money to capitalize or to organize those business ideas. So the entrepreneurs need to stand bigger chances to find startup capitals from others. So if you believe that your business ideas is have a good future or it will give you big money in the future, you need to double your actions. You need to find someone who will give you a capital from that business idea. So these entrepreneurs may be favored by their prevailing conditions. So these could include among others. So we have the education background, economic condition, the cultural and social norms, and novelty of ideas. So we can get a big chance of capital or source of capital once we focus to this education background that we have, the economic condition that we have, the cultural and social norms that we have, and the novelty ideas that we have. Okay, so first is the education background. So this study shows that the high income countries, which is composed of 57% of entrepreneurs, have a post-secondary education. So usually they are graduate from high school. So suggesting that this country education system tend to build a suitable skills base for entrepreneurs. So in the poorest country, only 23% of entrepreneurs have a post-secondary education, and almost 50% of the entrepreneurs in low-income nation have not successfully completed secondary education. So usually the investors will look for your educational background. If this entrepreneur have a good knowledge or skills in business, then for sure they will not hesitate to give you a capital from your business. So make sure po na you have the knowledge, you have the skills, you have the talent about business. So para yung mga tao na magbibigay sa iyo ng source of capital will not hesitate anymore because you have a good background about business. Okay, so next is economic conditions. So in most countries, regardless of GDP per capita, the people involved in business startups are currently employed elsewhere. So this implies that the fact that these people earn salary, that it is much easier to them to set aside part of their income as saving that can later translated into startup capital. So dito sa economic condition, one of good strategy na ginagawa ng isang entrepreneur is they need to be part of a company first so that they can gain knowledge and skills about the company. Then aside from that, they earn salary. So those salary that they earn will be go or will be part of their ink. There will it will be I mean it will serve as a capital for their startup business. Okay, so given the fact that they are employed, then it means they have a number of networks from friends and colleagues at work. These automatically improve on their opportunity for finding startup capital. So once you have your work, okay, you are employed, you have lot of people na pwedeng hiraman ng pera. Okay? So they can be source of your startup capital. So these friends or colleagues will help you to to build your goal or to build your venture. So that is the economic conditions. Next, we have the cultural and social norms. So cultural support is positively linked with the amount of entrepreneurial activity. So the culture that we have, the culture that you have a good impact in entrepreneurial activity. So in economies where the entrepreneur mindset is fueled, the chances of getting startup capital is also increased. So if you have a good mindset, now you always think that you will be successful someday, or you have the mindset that this business idea will be popular or will be successful, uh, the chances of getting startup capital will also increase. Okay, so because you will do lot of action, you will not get tired to look for investor. Okay, kasi alam mo na your business idea will be good in the future. So this could mean that the society, while fueling entrepreneurship, will avail the entrepreneurs with a variety of options in which they can source of funds. So if you will not give up easily, okay, then you try to tell to people from other people that these business ideas or this business have a good future, then the people will support you. Okay, they will give source of fund because you are determined na yung ginagawa mo ngayon will be will have a good impact in the future. So that is the cultural and social norms. Next is the novelty of idea. So these are increasing opportunity for new firms employing new technologies to displace less efficient incumbents. So knowledge and research are widely recognized as being to the key of the future. So one can easily find funding for a new idea compared to one who is replicating the idea. In the Philippines, the President's office has set aside a special fund to promote innovative ideas that will automatically make it easier for entrepreneurs with new ideas to find startup capital compared to those who are replicating. So tandaan, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, before you proceed in developing your business or developing your your product or services, make sure na yung idea na ginawa mo will solve the problem of your barangay or of your locality. Okay, so if you have a good idea that will give opportunity from other people, or it will solve the problem of the people, there are a lot of investor, or the government also will give you a capital to implement those idea. Okay, so if that idea is very special, if that idea will give an a good opportunity for everyone, the government here in the Philippines will give you startup capital so that it will implement already. But if you just replicate the idea from others, or you just change some ideas, then it is also just replicating. Okay, so you just copy the idea and there is no originality from that. Okay, tandaan na ang isang entrepreneur is innovative. They innovate ideas. So they don't settle from ordinary idea, but they take an action or they innovate the product so that this product or this old product will be I mean it will be or there will be another source uh, yung idea na ginawa mo. Okay, so that is the novelty of idea. So we have also the evaluating starting capital, but since it's uh, already time, I will end my discussion here. So I hope you gain something. I hope you already I mean if you it give you an idea where to get startup capital once you pursue your business. Okay, so thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, everyone.